Hello, my name is Lauryn Anderson. I'll be presenting for Integrated Math 2 in Chemistry. I attend Division Design High School. I'm grade 10. First, I'll be doing math. This is my homework completion chart. I checked my answers as I completed my homework. I checked the answers for the problems that I wasn't so sure of. Did I ask for clarification? If I was really stuck, then yes, I would ask for clarification, but most times I would not ask from a teacher. As you can see that I did pretty well for my homework. I got a 4 on my notebook check, a 4 on my homework number 7, 4 on homework number 6, 4 on homework number 5, but I have a 3 on homework number 4. My assessment score chart. How do I study? I study by looking over my notes and over my homework also. For my quiz 1, I got a 2.5, which was not, it's not good. But for all of them, I completed my corrections. Quiz 2, I got a 2.5. Test part 1, I got a 2, but in the test part 2, I got a 4. I don't have an A, so I can't maintain an A, but for improving my grades, I like to practice studying a bit more, and I also, during the semester, towards the end, I started asking more questions and more clarification when I'm stuck or confused. The essential skill and learning target I will be talking about is essential skill number 2, part 1, and that is congruent triangles, classifying triangles. Learning objective, I will be able to identify and classify triangles by angle measures, and identify and classify triangles by side width. My quiz problem and test problem comparison. For my first comparison, I have quiz 2, and that I got partial credit. I got 2A right, but for 2B I did not answer it correctly. The reason I did not answer it correctly is because I did not correctly solve the problem to see what kind of triangle it was. I put isosceles. 2 of the sides are equal, but in reality it was equilateral. All sides are equal. And for test number 3, I got partial credit. I got some of the wording wrong and I solved some of the problems incorrectly. And I have my corrections at the bottom so I could see which ones I got wrong, and the reason I got these wrong is because I have, for the problems, I put the wrong type of triangle or wrong theorem, and I will also not solve it to get the correct number. My comparison number 2, for quiz 1, I got the first problem wrong, and that was to classify the triangle and angles. Classify the triangle by the angles and sides and justify. And I put the wrong type of triangle. I put equilateral and equiangular because I thought all the sides were congruent to each other, but when I corrected, I saw that I was wrong, and it was actually an obtuse and isosceles triangle, because 2 of the sides are congruent and 2 of the angles are congruent. For test, I got number 1 wrong, and I got partial credit. I got B and C is cut off, but I have B and C correct, and I have A wrong. I put right triangle because I saw that it had a square in the corner, but it was actually a scaling because also none of the sides were equal. For my semester grade, I deserve a B, but what I want is at least a B plus because I try my best on my tests and I write down all my notes. My current grade is a B. It is pretty accurate based on my test and quiz scores. I have 3 incompletes, but 2 of them are from the homework, and the other one is from the test that I did not do very well on.
My next is on chemistry.
I'll be doing 2A, atomic structure and nuclear chemistry. I do not have no evidence, but what I would like to say, electromagnetic force is the force between the electrons and the protons from inside the nucleus, and how the force keeps them intact with each other. Like they're not connected, but it keeps them around each other. What repels is if there's 2 electrons, then that would repel, and if there's 2 protons, that would repel. But if it's a proton and electron, it keeps them together because they're both 2 different opposite forces. The nucleus is positive because of the protons inside, and there's also neutrons, but the neutrons, they are neutral, they don't have no charge, and the protons kind of overpower that, but they still keep them, it still keeps them intact. What makes an atom unstable and what makes them emit radiation? What makes an atom unstable is when there are too many protons, and when there's too many protons, it gets overly crowded, and the atom gets big, and it's really dangerous. And the reason when there's too many protons, then it kind of what makes an atom unstable and what makes it emit radiation is when an atom has too many protons. And when it has too many protons, it gets big and it kind of overpowers everything else, which makes it emit radiation. Rutherford and Chadwick discovered the protons and neutrons in the atom. J.J. Thomson discovered the J.J. Thomson the cathode ray is a tube that it was an experiment, and it helped him discover what was inside, what was around the atom, and that was electrons. And he also discovered the nucleus, and the nucleus is positive. have an atom and there are and you do there and there's a different trying to explain my message of this, but for alpha, beta, and gamma, these are different. Okay, alpha. Can I like